My Lazy Sunday. That could be a series we put out.
My Lazy Sunday. What are we gonna do in them?
Boys
That
just
sounds
sitting in
scary.
their jocks, not
Oh,
playing.
oof.
That's what people want to watch.
Totally.
That's the moneymaker right there. The
A
Borderlands
bunch of
movie, the fact
absolute-
that the Claptrap, Tiny Tina, and stuff got shown as like silhouettes. Is that
Yeah,
what
hold
you
all of them got
I've
shown.
I've got an image.
Yeah.
Is it gonna work? How do you mean it's too powerful? Don't say that. Why is this image too powerful? How dare you?
You're too powerful, Jason.
It's probably too big.
He's also too
Like
big.
my dick. What?
There we go. Fuck, that works. Yeah, it's just silhouette. Oh fuck! My club trap.
Oh, I can't see it because I'm already
Yeah,
doing the stuff.
I'm surprised they went with Krieg.
Yeah, I'm. Hang on, are we recording or what?
I am recording now, yeah.
Okay.
James, take it away. Stop.
Is this 4?
We're
Fuck's
gonna
sake.
have this
What?
argument every single
When?
time. When
Hang on,
podcast
I'm
is
just
5.
What's going on fucking
Full
YouTube now?
of boys who
Hang on.
don't know what episode they're up to.
Hang on.
Very good.
I'm
So
looking- yeah, this is number 4. You
It's
fuck.
4,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the 5th one.
yeah, so
I
you're
hate
joined
the fact
by,
that
Jason, Nathan, Craig, and
Oh.
Hummers, as per standard. We're cracking into some fresh content here. So E3 got announced, Jason. So
Yeah.
thoughts?
Indeed.
What's the? Did it tickle you? Did your Spidey senses get tingled?
Well, the purely tickling me is the old Nintendo Day because Pokemon things and more gameplay for Arceus.
You mean they're
Very-
like Nintendo's when they do their YouTube announcements? Because Nintendo don't do E3 anymore, do they?
They do, yes. They are on Tuesday, the 15th.
Bullshit.
Yep, they are the final day of E3 with Banner.com and some other stuff, but mainly Nintendo. The big day.
Have they shown much gameplay of the new games?
They've shown what they've already shown with the initial release trailer, which is open worlds and fighting and obviously running around catching Pokemon. So the good stuff, but nothing else story related or what other Pokemon are gonna be in the game.
Okay. Yeah, does it look similar to Sword, like that sort of 3D kind of open world?
Yeah, it's kind of, I think it's kind of the same art style ish to Sword, but obviously better.
It looks like they've refined it a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm just very excited for it because potential either expansions or its own games. Because I think from what I've seen videos about it, I think what they're they might do is do a remake of one of the old games and then release a similar open world game, like another Arceus, but for that region.
From what I've seen is that they're making that the Arceus game a bit more. It's like a shorter experience, but they've put new mechanics in to see if people actually get on board.
Yeah.
That's my understanding of it.
Is
Yeah,
it in? I forget what the island is. Is it the same island as Gen 4 or?
It's
Different one, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
no,
no, it's post.
it's
like
no,
way
it's,
back.
It's very pre-Sinnoh, fucking ancient, feudal Japan kind of style.
Ah,
Interesting.
well, that's interesting. That's different because all of them are set in the same time frame.
Yes,
This is
yeah,
the
Yeah.
first or the
Give or take
relative.
a bit.
yeah.
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 Technology.
This one's supposed to be. You don't have cars and train systems running around.
Fuck.
You gotta get
Pokeballs.
somewhere.
Let's just try and catch them with a net
Well,
and beat your Pokemon into obedience.
Got myself
You
a
a
whale lord. Oh, imagine just swinging your whale lord around behind you, yeah, you coming with me, champ.
because the design of the Pokeball they're using is
like little
fucking
fish. Come
weird.
on.
Why isn't he breathing?
yeah. No, the design for the Pokeball is definitely interesting because kind of like a zipper as the button, and then
Really?
on the top, yeah.
I did see that, and I saw just a photo of it. And I had no idea what
Yeah,
reference it was.
I don't know how
What
it's gonna
the
work.
fuck is this
but
thing?
I'm intrigued to see how they would make it work.
You're just squishing your Pokemon into the ball like you're stuffing a luggage
there.
case. In there, get in the damn ball.
And
Little
then you
button,
zip,
pop the suction.
you zip it around just to find out the zip's fucked, so Pokemon comes back. Oh, fuck.
It's still actually oh fuck.
I knew I shouldn't have got this on fucking Bing. Or Wish.
God damn it, Wish again. Oh, that's cool. And what else have any other lineups announced, like new games, anything like that, worth mentioning?
I haven't mentioned any games. I mean, shown is more like what companies are going to be there. So is
Yep.
good old Ubisoft, Gearbox, Xbox, and Bethesda because they're together. Square
They're
Enix,
together.
Yeah.
Capcom, Take-Two, Interactive, and then Nintendo and Treehouse.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And we haven't had one since 2019. Hey,
yes,
last
but,
year's got binged.
yeah, got cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sony's not a part of it because Sony's not a part of E3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that one.
Yeah, Sony. I know
Why?
Sony dropped out because Sony prefers to do their own thing.
Right.
That's
They
why I
get-
thought
Cool.
Netflix went. Not Netflix. Fucking hell. Nintendo went the same way, but now Nintendo's back for
Mhm.
some reason.
I think
Nintendo did the Nintendo Direct, and that seemed
Yeah.
to get a fuckload of views on YouTube. So I didn't understand why.
I think they're
didn't
still
go back to
doing that.
Yeah, I think they still do that. It's just more like obviously they want to be at E3 because they can, and then also their directs on their own will still get a fuck ton of viewership and all that because
Because
direct.
last time I did any research on E3, it's just hemorrhaging money because no one wants to fucking go anymore.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
think
not
there's
like
obviously-
it used to be, where it
Yeah.
was rock up, see big game displays and stuff like that. Now it's just a bit more of a circle jerk about. This
Yeah.
is coming out, that's coming out. Who actually really cares? Because it all gets announced throughout the year anyway.
yeah.
True.
That's what my general idea of E3 was now.
I think this one's gonna be different purely because it's not really post-COVID, but
Post
You know,
enough.
post enough that
So you
people
can see people. Yeah.
it can be a convention that people can go
Well,
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see God of War 2 got delayed as well?
Yeah,
Rise.
2022, yeah.
and it's
Wait,
gonna
God of War
be
2?
on PS4. Yeah,
Yeah.
God of
Don't you
War.
mean-
Well,
got
they
rebooted
made a new.
essentially.
Yeah, the
Okay,
new
so
series
it's a
God of War.
Alright, gotcha.
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok,
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
which should be fucking amazing because oh god, that fucking first one.
The first one was good. I
You,
just found
you
it
were a fan of the original trilogy, weren't you, Nathan?
Mhm.
slightly.
Mhm.
So have you
Love
played the
fun.
reboot?
Not the reboot. Do you?
So that's a crime against every single cell in your body. It's arguably one of the greatest games ever made. Like you could sit down and argue it. Like,
are you
I
talking
would
about
against
say
God of
it's one
War
of the
4?
best ever made.
Because God of War
oh
4,
yeah, I would.
God of War 4 is a masterpiece in and of itself. But
That's
that's
what I think
a
he's talking about.
continuation of the original games. It's just set, 10, 20 years.
Norse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
So
I'm
it's
talking
not
about.
it's not actually a reboot or anything. It's the same
Yeah, it was like a
story
side-
going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
It's technically God of War.
Yeah.
It's a re-entry
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yes, I have then.
Yeah.
I was worried
Yeah.
when you were saying that. I was like, wait, is there another
I
God
like-
of
missed
War
something?
coming out? Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that game. I just found it slightly repetitive. And that's
But
just because it's so long.
Yeah.
That's the only issue.
and I mean that was kind of like the original games as well, where it just be puzzles, monster to beat, story, puzzles,
Yeah.
monster to beat, story. It was the same, but like for the story that they have this one, it's a continuation into a different time, like a different god period. So he's killed all the ones in Olympus. They're all gone. Now time to take on everyone. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
the name of the boy at the end, I'm not going to spoil it for
Loki.
those that haven't. Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
If you haven't finished it by now, his son is Loki.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been out for fucking ages.
Not even
Yeah.
fucking even
So-
give a
I
chance
don't
to like
care.
spoiler warning. Start fucking straight up.
So like, yeah, son of the
We have
whole
a. It's
thing
like
was
it's like
crazy.
Star Wars have their 3-day policy. Like we'll post spoilers without warning after 3 days. We have a 3-year policy. So anything after
Yeah.
3 years, it's your own
Yeah.
damn fault.
Yeah.
And the
True.
appearance of Thor at the end of it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fairly
Yeah.
sure. That's
Yeah,
right.
and like the fact that they all like straight after they saw it as a dream, but a future dream. So you're already starting what's going to be the next storyline at the end of that game, which is
I did
Yeah,
like.
there was.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was saying, I do like how throughout that whole game they talk about how Thor's just like an absolute piece of shit as
that
well.
right?
And then he just appears at the end, and you're like, "Oh fuck!"
yeah.
Oh no!
Which if you've read anything of like the old school Norse
Oh
mythology,
yeah,
like
all of them were pieces of
assholes,
shit.
all of them were just like absolute pricks. And then they're like, "Why did Loki betray us all?" I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Like, what was that Netflix show we were watching, James? The Blood of Zeus or something like that?
Blood of Zeus.
Yeah. The whole like, oh, why are you trying to kill this poor boy? Because you cheated on me, you shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He deserves no peasant son.
You
And they're all just normal humans, but they're throwing around giant like cement pillars and stuff. And I
Yeah.
was just like, no.
You chose that normal human puss over that god
Look, when he-
puss.
when
I think
he-
I'm a little mad.
When you get jaded by a god, you get jaded by a god. Things happen.
Oh man, Jesus.
Yeah, that's it. But I saw there was a post they were hiring for God of War 2, well, whatever they call Ragnarok, sorry. They hired developers for Asian textures and backgrounds and environments and stuff.
Ooh.
So people are thinking that
Moment
they're
got
going
a
to
hand
go
on.
to some sort of because when they were visiting the Tears temple, is it Tyr?
Yeah,
Is he the
and
guy-
they crossed over into and they do the
Like,
different, different
yeah, you
changes
could see
and
like
shit.
some Egyptian gods and some more, but
Very cool.
so there was rumors around like they're maybe bridging into some Asian god territory of
Which would
some
be
sort
nice
as well.
if they
Yeah,
touched on
Wolf
some
would be
Egyptian
interesting.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Egyptian would be
Ooh.
cool.
There's a
God,
man.
lot of gods to kill.
I have a lot of tattoos to watch them slowly disappear off my arm if you start to kill them.
Yeah, far out. No, should be.
Yeah, speaking of disappearing, what about the original Borderlands characters in the movie? Where have they gone?
Well,
Like,
Well, we still
From-
have.
okay, so we got Lilith, got Roland, and got Claptrap. I don't know. What,
Yeah,
I thought we were
Tannis.
gonna have. Yeah, they got Tannis. And I don't know what's going on with Brick and Mordecai. I don't think they're gonna have
Mordecai.
them.
So who were
They
playing those
must have
roles?
just-
So
they must have just thought Mordecai and
so we
Rick
got-
weren't.
Jack Black as Claptrap, Kevin Hart as Roland, Kate Blanchett as Lilith, I
Yep.
believe.
Yep.
Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis, and I don't know who the other two are.
That's an actual spot on. Like,
Yeah,
Jamie Lee Curtis
they've
is
done
great.
very well with their casting.
Yeah.
the only thing I'm like
Kevin Hart
about
as
is
Roland?
yeah, like it's like the macho soldier, and then it's like the comedian. It's like it could work because it's obviously supposed to be a comedy, but it's like don't know about
I
that.
don't know if they. The problem with Borderlands, I think, is they got too. They thought they were funnier than what they really were. So I don't want the movie to try that because you're thinking,
I think-
it could be a grand spectacle. It could be action comedy, but I have a problem. I think they're going to try and just go too comedy focused. But I'm happy to get proven wrong.
Possibly.
I don't know what story they're gonna go with, or where if they're gonna stick to the main game storyline, especially with the cast they have currently. It's very definitely Borderlands 2-esque, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've got Tiny Tina, which is
Tina
only
and Krieg,
introduced and Krieg, which is a DLC character.
I hope they
I mean-
just do their own thing. To be honest,
I'd love it if they
like
did that.
Well, look,
I'd
if
prefer that than if they like butchered some
Yeah.
like merger of the two or like yeah.
I'd prefer if it was none of them and they just did a style of Tales of the
Tales of the
Borderlands, and they just went, like they've referenced
What a
or
game.
they introduced
Mm.
some of the original cast, but they base it around
Mm.
new characters because
that'd be-
Pandora. If they're basing it on Pandora, that's a massive planet. You could
Yeah.
literally set it up anywhere, or they could set it
Yep.
any of the other planets where all the vaults are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that goes
they've
back
really
to what we would.
narrowed what they want to do.
Yeah, I think that will go back to what we were speaking about a month ago now or so, with games that don't follow the story of, or sorry, the movies that don't follow the games like Resident Evil, where people are going to have a high expectation of what they want to see. So Borderlands 2 story, and not get
Yeah.
it, and then sales are just going to go down for them. That's my worry if they go down that route.
Which is kind of what I'm worried about as well with Borderlands movie is that they hammered Handsome Jack,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dog, to the point where they didn't need Handsome Jack anymore, but they kept him around.
Yeah.
Smooth,
Yeah.
smooth, bruv.
What'd you get?
Look,
Yeah, tell everyone
Yeah.
I hate myself.
what was
so
it?
I got Macca's.
Ritz order.
Oh, Macca's. Yeah.
Oh.
I got
Uh,
Hungry Jacks for the family this morning. I'm
yeah.
right there with you, buddy.
The dude that brought it to me was wearing a full-on blazer. Like, Jesus, man, you're just delivering food. You don't just flex me like that.
That'd
He
be
wants
me.
the tip.
He's hooking it around every corner. Like, I'm getting this chip.
He's looking fucking fancy doing it as well. Anyway,
yeah,
I would, if they're gonna do anything from the game, I would love them to do the Tiny Tina DLC purely because it is just pure madness and fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
The Assault on Dragon Keep or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's one.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
mwah. Dealing
can't-
with her and
yeah.
Roland's passing and all that type of
Yeah.
stuff. That was killer.
I'd need
That
to
was really
check
good.
on what happens
Yeah.
in the trailer to make any judgment calls. I would expect that they do Borderlands 1, so they have enough content to do a sequel and anything else after that.
I don't want them going in thinking they could do a sequel. They need to first
No,
nail
they
the
need a-
movie.
Yeah, because
And-
if they finish with a cliffhanger and it's Handsome Jack, I'm gonna flip a fucking table because I'll be like, why?
That's how I'm gonna finish it. I'll tell you
Oh
now.
no, it's
I mean, I'd rather than they have him there, but he's just there. Like,
Mm.
even if it was like if it was like pre-sequel, that would be very fine with that.
pre-sequel was alright. I didn't mind it. It wasn't nothing to
Yeah,
cheer about,
yeah,
I don't think,
yeah.
but it was
Like, I kind of prefer that if they had that was the Jack they had like before,
when he
you
was
know,
just a
Or as he's
bum.
going
yeah, it'd be about to
butt crap
become
crazy.
Yeah.
his current state, but because that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that game purely because I played Claptrap
Yeah.
and had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. Has anyone played the DLC for 3? Like I played the
No.
3 campaign.
Which is another
which
issue.
one?
Craig. Or any of them.
I think
We
I
haven't
was
played
playing
any.
halfway. I was like halfway through the first DLC before I stopped
Yeah,
playing.
Yeah.
Another
I still
Handsome
enjoy
Jack thing.
Yeah, well, I was enjoying it. I had a lot of fun. Actually, no, it was the casino one, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jack
Yeah,
Assault
yeah, I
on
finished
Jack
that, yeah.
Casino.
That was a lot of fun. I did enjoy that one. I was halfway through the second expansion.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Do they reference much of Tales in 3? They just introduce a few characters, don't they?
Reese is introduced as
Yeah.
the head of Atlas.
And Vaughn.
Vaughn's the
Vaughn
like
is
the,
in the
the crazy
expansion, I
people.
think?
No, Vaughn's there. He's the leader of the
Oh yeah, so yeah, he's the leader of
the-
the. Yeah,
like
The bandits or whatever.
yeah, the,
Yeah.
yeah, when yeah,
oh
when
yeah, the
fucking
bandits there. I was-
Lilith gets yeetest, skeetest, elitist.
Yes.
That's where he comes from. Yeah,
That was
You
big
know.
sad.
looks big sad, but look, she finally kind of did something after 2 games of doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because there's a lot of content in Tales that just sort of died. It was just like there's all this interesting stuff, and they teleported away, and then that's
So
it.
that's also the sad thing about Telltale games going under is that they just that
Yeah,
they
who knows?
they probably had a lot of
Don't get me
a lot of
started.
story, and then they
I'm-
just gone.
Was it Skyrocket who picked up the final season of The Walking
Of
Dead?
The
I think
Walking
it was.
Dead?
Yeah,
and butchered
I
it.
no, they did not butcher it. They fucking nailed it. It
No,
was
they butchered some of the gameplay, man. Like you
Oh.
play some of those levels and it's
yeah. Look, I'm there for the story, not the gameplay, and they broke me. They broke my heart. They
Are
did-
we
they-
talking about number 3?
Yeah.
Final season.
yeah, so that's
of Walking Dead.
Yeah.
that is
okay,
the third,
gotcha.
yeah. Not including all the
No.
dick around parts.
Fourth game because it's
What?
Lee, Clementine, Jose, and then Clementine again.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever the fucking name.
So it's
his
the
name is.
Clementine one that
Yeah.
we're talking about, right?
Final Clementine one, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Very-
played that
very
one.
sad
That
one.
one hurt me.
I forgot about Jose. Hey.
That actually hurt
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah,
Um,
it was.
But hey, now they're working on The Wolf Among Us Part 2. So
Yes, I was so happy when I heard that because the first one was fucking amazing.
yeah, they nailed that game. That was perfect, and they finish it on the best cliffhanger.
Yeah. Like, I'm so sad Telltale went out because like they had such good games. Like even the Batman games were decent enough.
they
Like, the story
did-
story wise.
I played the first one. I haven't played the second one.
I think the
I just-
problem with their style though is that they were buying all these like
Yeah, they had,
the properties and licenses,
and they couldn't keep up the paying.
and then
for
they're
them.
charging like $12, $13 an episode
Yeah.
Yeah, not much.
And
yeah.
then you're waiting 3-4 months for an episode, so they're not getting that money back straight away. They're really dragging it out, which
Look-
is
Mm.
understandable. But it's if you want to, like, when you got the Guardians of the Galaxy and you're buying a Marvel license, you want to be pumping that shit out quick to get
Yeah.
your money back.
And look, we won't talk about the Game of Thrones game because
I actually
Don't
didn't
talk
mind it. I actually didn't mind it, to be honest.
you didn't mind it. All right. I heard nothing but bad shit about it.
No, I played it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't as good as it could have been, but it was
Yeah.
still good.
It was just an omen to how the Game of Thrones finished.
True.
Yes. Yeah.
Steaming pile of disappointment.
Worst.
Does-
ending.
It just annoyed me. So, like, obviously the showrunners just didn't want to do it, and they were just like, "Let's just wrap this up as quick as we can," because it was like 4 seasons in one. It was just
Yeah.
too much. Like,
could have
just
kept
like,
it
all right,
going.
let's just
They-
get it done.
In a show where it takes so long to get such big progress, like they'll
Hmm.
have journeys going for episodes, and then you've got dudes just like instant transmissioning from like beyond the wall all the way to
Hmm.
King's Landing and shit like that, and they're just like, oh, we're here
Yep.
now. It's like, well,
Yep.
It's the fucking the Emperor's New Groove. Like,
Yeah.
Kronk, how do we get there? By my own calculations, doesn't make any sense.
yeah. I just love some of those memes after that episode where the first dragon gets taken out. It's got like the Westeros Olympics, and it's got like the best spear chucker and the marathon runner and all this type of shit. The most bullshit spear throw in all the world. It's like, oh, there he is.
There was,
Boom, got him first try.
there was stuff that I very much enjoyed about like, obviously, Thingo killing the Night King was cool.
Yeah, the second to
Um,
last episode where she burnt the whole of King's Landing, that was insane.
Mm.
Like, I didn't expect, like,
Mm.
you think, oh, okay, she's unhinged, but she's not that bad, and then it's just, Holy fuck.
Yeah, I didn't get
it.
It wasn't like a small, oh, she's got a bit, torrenty here. It was just like, oh no, she's all of a sudden just.
No, I think there was, like, if you listen to a lot of her speeches, you can tell that she's about to do something bad. I think it was pretty obvious something was coming. It's just, I didn't expect it to be that. I didn't expect it to be, let's kill millions of innocent people.
There's a great
You got Dragon, why
video
not?
with
Yeah,
her
the-
giving a speech when she kills Sam's parents, and she's like, "I'm not this person. I do not kill innocent people." And then it
And then
plays the Curb Your
Dark and Rex.
Enthusiasm
Oh,
music.
Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Yeah.
that's it.
And she's just flying over, killing everyone on King's Landing. It's so good.
I was funny because I've walked in down like past my parents the other day, and they were watching that episode where Baelish dies,
Oh yeah.
and all I could think was like, James was at my place that night. We were watching that episode, and he gets his throat slit, and we were both just like, "Yeah!"
Just screaming, yeah.
high fiving and shit.
Yeah. Who does it in the end?
Oh yeah, that's
Is it Arya?
Throat, but,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Kinda Stanza. Like, Stanza's watching you.
Yeah.
That was so
Yeah. It's very satisfying.
what, a,
Yeah.
what a piece of shit.
Tell you what else has been satisfying? Web swinging my way through New York and Miles Morales. This is very good.
Spider-Man.
That would be
What's the name
Miles
of this?
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales.
Yep.
I'm behind the times, man. I'll keep to my retro gaming and just.
What is the name of the
Chill.
title again of the
James-
Spider-Man
What
game?
is-
James is being very,
Starring Miles
James
Morales.
is being very cryptic here.
Why is he sending me these clues and just not telling me the name? No, it's good. Like I thought, like initially, re-releasing sort of like it's not that big of a game. Like it's not heaps of content or anything. And I was like, oh, is there really a need for it? Like, because the 4 version was pretty good as well.
That was amazing.
But just the specs on the 5 just handle it like all the PC gamers like fucking play it on PC and you'll see how good it is or whatever. But yeah,
for
60
2.5
60
grand.
FPS, like it's just so smooth compared to the 4 version. swinging around, fighting people. It's just,
Yeah,
crystal.
that was.
I haven't had a chance to. Sorry, you go.
I was going to say, just the PS4 version was pretty. I couldn't really fault it. And I was playing that game for a very long time. And I was
What-
trying to be very, like, I was trying to be a critic on it, and I just couldn't do it. I enjoyed it so much.
it was-
I turned.
Extremely good game. It's just, yeah, like I haven't had a chance to play it with ray tracing yet, but I'm keen to do that and see if that makes a big difference. But yeah, it's so much smoother. Just the combat sequences and swinging around. It's just like I didn't think I'd notice much of a difference. I was like, oh, I don't think I'd be able to tell, but you really can. Like, you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a big difference here.
Well, when you're zooming through the city and and it's crystal clear, there's not a lot of blur. It's like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially
The
if
one
you're
thing I
thinking
did
you can
find-
take it as well.
One thing I did find interesting was the name. So he's got that bioelectricity power, right? So they've called it Venom Power, and I was like, that's a very interesting name for a Spider-Man attack.
Yeah.
But I don't think Venom exists in this universe yet.
No, I think he does
Like-
because at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man, Harry Osborn's hooked up to the symbiote. Like, if you
Yeah, but I
remember,
don't think he's like. I don't know if he actually exists as a villain yet or not.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
Adam,
Venom has been a villain because remember with the Amazing Spider-Man, you're picking up after a couple years of being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
he has been,
yeah.
and that's why there is a symbiote. But
Why call the powers Venom Power then?
yeah, well, I think they'll probably introduce,
Easter egg, maybe.
or I think they're gonna bring Harry
Easter egg.
in as a cross between Green Goblin and Venom and come up with a new name. I think.
Uh,
Right.
Or
Yeah.
Hobgoblin, or whatever the fuck he was again.
Also,
I thought-
have we
he
talked
was
about
Green Goblin, wasn't he?
Venom movie yet? The
What? Let
number
There Be
two?
Carnage.
no,
Yeah.
came out recent. That trailer was
Trailer, yeah.
hilarious. That's just
It does make
he's
me.
making him breakfast. Yeah.
It does make me excited for it.
Mm.
But
Venom
I was
was-
excited for the first Venom, but it wasn't everything I wanted. I wanted Venom,
He's-
where he's eating people and
He's not a villain.
no,
He's not a villain.
no, I know that.
What he
But,
means is he's a hero.
yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
when they first started production for Venom, they said, "All right, it's going to be a Deadpool style movie. It's going to be, it's going to be a bit, it's going to be more violent than it was, and it will show the actual anti-Venom, not anti-Venom,
Yeah.
but anti-hero
Yeah.
cross between Venom, starting off bad, becoming good. But there wasn't really that, if you ask me.
Nah.
And that's what I was
No.
like. Down
Was
by.
Eddie-
They
was-
made him look fantastic, and they
Yeah.
nailed. Like Tom Hardy did a great job. The villain though kind of sucked because it was just another. It was just Venom but grey. And I understand that.
But light.
I've got that comic series
Mm.
just in the other room. But they still look different in that. They're not spitting images of each other. One's just a bit lighter than the other. I feel like
Yeah.
it could have just been a tiny bit better.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like the journey really wasn't there from like I'm doing bad things. Oh, we need to stop that, and
Yeah.
because of whatever life event. Yeah,
I feel, yeah, like I said, I understand they tried and they gave it a damn good effort. It's just
I think it's a good film.
I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. But this, if they do, like I said, the trailer for this one, yet again, gives me hope again. It's not like I've looked at it and gone, oh, they're going to do it again. It makes me think maybe they've learned. We'll see.
We'll definitely see.
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
Hopefully, they nail Carnage. Like the first live action Carnage ever done.
Yes. And Carnage is, or live action, yeah. I don't think they've done Carnage
Yeah.
before. Carnage is and that's the thing. Carnage, he is.
A villain.
He's bad. He will.
There's nothing good
annihilate
about
you,
him at
no.
all.
So I really do hope they show him off the way he's supposed to be.
They
But
should.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Fingers crossed they get that right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
And then hopefully maybe they throw him into
Alright.
the Spider-Man movie. Haha.
That would be cool.
Who knows? Who
Well,
knows?
now that the trailers are pointing out that the Avengers are in that universe,
Hmm.
so
And well, I'm so lost with Sony because like they have him reading the paper,
yeah,
and the Daily Bugle header is the same header as the Raimi trilogy Spider-Man. So I don't even
Yeah,
know
that's
what's
the same
going on
header
there.
as that, but the Avengers are like listed, so it's like, okay, we're saying the Avengers are here, but we're saying we're in another universe.
Good work, Sony.
Multiverse
Doctor
theory.
I was gonna say, we're literally everyone's sitting there like we don't care about anything until Doctor Strange comes out, and we hope that it just
We need explanations,
Answers.
Doctor Strange, please.
answers everybody's questions, and just
That's your answer.
Right.
Deal with it.
yeah, that's it. I don't think it'll happen, but fuck, it would be
Yeah.
nice.
Would be nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of
take it up, take-
newspapers,
Oh,
Take it
God.
away, Nathan.
Here you go.
useless fact to end on.
You
Most-
segued that so well.
I tried. So if
Kudos,
you're reading
kudos.
the
Well done.
newspaper or looking at advertisements and you notice a watch, do you know what that watch is pointing to 99% of the time?
No.
10-10.
What is the point?
10-10.
10-10.
Why 10-10?
It is because, and I had to Google this at the start
Mhm.
because I didn't actually believe it, is the main reason is quite simple and obvious: aesthetics. There are a number of visual advantages to having the handset at the 10-10 position. One is that the hands are kept from overlapping, having them on both sides of the watch to ensure that the hands
Yep.
themselves are visible and can be appreciated. But
That just looks
Yeah,
good.
just-
In a
But-
paper.
yeah,
It's-
but look at go.
They just had a group of people just like, nah, 12, nah, 11, rubbish,
10.
6, terrible, 10-10. Oh,
Oh,
Google-
put it for the paper.
bit for
Put it for the paper.
Move it back, move it back. Ooh.
Just
Yeah.
Google
Can-
watches
can
for
we
me.
wait like 3 hours, please, so
Yeah.
your watch lines up and we'll retake that? Thank
Google
you.
watches.
Google
All right, we're doing it.
watches.
Watches.
I'll move it over. This is just googling watches,
Holy moly!
and literally
Even
all
the
of
digital, even the digital Garmin clock
Yeah.
is 10-10. Oh, shit.
yeah.
Yeah, all right, Nathan. You're
Yeah.
correct.
This is phenomenal.
So this is
You've blown my mind.
this is a useless fact because in no way, shape, or form are you ever looking at the minute and an hour time on a clock or a watch when
Nah.
you're in an
You've
advertisement.
nailed it.
You're welcome. You're
You
welcome, chat.
my expectations were so low, and then you said Google it, and I was just like, the guy's right.
The guy is
Ah.
right. So
Fun
there you
idea.
go.
All right,
That's it.
that's it.
Anyway, there you go.
Can't
There's
wait to
your
sprinkle that
useless
into my
fact.
conversations.
There's your useless fact. Take it and leave it.
I thought that's like all the advice and information we give in this
Yeah,
pretty
podcast.
much.
Is take it with a pinch of salt. Like
We are
90% of it probably false, but
false.
10% absolute gem.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right.
we're at
Thanks for tuning in,
end.
guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.